Oh, do we have a lot of catching up to do? I applied for a job. I've been offered a new contract. We've been on a great run of form, albeit against teams that are in and around the relegation zone. And we're about to play an FA Cup third round tie, which should see a bank balance come out of the red. Welcome to episode 34 of Bottoms Up. Okay, so let's get some catching up done. Before we go any further, I'm going to show you something I recorded a little bit earlier in game. It was not long after the game against Dagenham and Redbridge. And yeah, I'll let past me bring you up to speed on what's going on with that. Okay, so there's a possibility that I may have been hiding something from you all. It's a bit of a secret that I've been keeping to myself for a day or two in game. And I think it's about time that I revealed that secret. Bristol Rovers have offered me a job interview. Now, this is the first time I've ever actually applied directly to another club for a job. I saw the job advertised. They're in League One. And I thought, 11th in League One, mid-table, or actually top half of the table. Why don't we just give it a go and see what happens? You know, we probably won't hear anything from them. We won't get a job interview or anything. But no, they've actually offered me an interview. So I'm going to go to that interview now. I'm not going to take you guys through the process with me. You kind of see what my answers to all the questions will be from the previous interview. But I'll update you if there's anything to know or when I get declined, which is most likely what's going to happen. Okay, so yeah, we applied for a job at Bristol Rovers. They're in League One. We were unsuccessful in our application, but it's not a job that I actually thought we would be offered. I was always expected to be turned down for it, but I just felt like applying for it. I thought, give it a go. I actually wanted to see if we would get offered an interview because I was very much expecting us to get declined immediately. But the fact we got a job interview, I think, was actually looks good for us anyway. Right, let's get into catching up on what's been happening while you've been away. And as you can see, we are third in the table. We have been on a great run of form. There was a blip, so Spennymoor and Dagenham and Redbridge was when you was last with us. The next game we then lost 1-0 to Halifax. It was not a poor performance, but a draw probably would have been a fair result, but they edged it. It is what it is. But since then, we've been on a 5-game unbeaten run. Now, there's slightly extenuating circumstances to this because even though it's a 5-game unbeaten run, we've not been great in these games. We have been without a key midfielder, Shamar Lawson, and at one point we had 3 players injured and 2 players that needed to be rested and couldn't play, even though I had rested them. But I think there'd only been like 1 day between games. I think this was between the Western-super-Mare and Gateshead game. But yeah, we've played Fylde, beat them 3-2. Harrison Thompson scored, then got injured. He was one of the 3 players that we've got out or had out injured. Timmy Abraham came on as a substitute in about the 40th minute, and then 2 minutes into the second half he scored. Edward Gyamfi getting a rare goal to make it 3-2 and win us the match. Burak Sabah, who's then got on a little bit of a good run of form, he picked up a goal in a 1-0 win in the FA Trophy against Western-super-Mare. Burak Sabah and Abdul Malik on the score sheet for us in a 2-1 win against Gateshead. Then we played Eastbourne Borough and just about snuck a 1-0 win, thanks again to Burak Sabah. And then Timmy Abraham popping up with a couple of goals against Solihull Moors in a 2-1 win there. Which brings us up to today where we've got Walsall in the FA Cup third round. And then we're at home again against Morecambe, who are 18th in the league. The important thing about this one is we're at home and we're on television. The home bit, I mean, when I look at Walsall's ground, they can fit 10,000 in there. So if we are going to lose today, probably would have preferred to have lost in an away game. But £72,000 for each team for the television rights. If we look at our finances, we're £40,000 in the red. So the television rights alone will actually put us back in credit. Somewhere along the line, I've managed to be given the tiniest amount of transfer budget, which I can't put into wages. It won't let me do anything with it. But yeah, if we want to spend £1,240, I guess we can. So I think, the other thing to bring you up to speed on is the contract. So they offered me a new contract. They offered it on £375 a week. There was several clauses in there. One of them was a compensation clause, which I removed. I upped it to £500 a week and said, okay, let's see what they say to that. Fully expect them to knock me back down to £375. They just accepted it, no problem at all. So we're now on £500 a week with a 20% promotion wage rise, which would take that up to £600 a week if we do get promoted. But we will have a 10% wage drop, so £450 if we get relegated back down into the Vanarama National League South. The other thing to bring you up to speed on, I don't know if it's going to tell me on here, but I've applied for a coaching badge or coaching course, and I'm now studying for my Continental B licence. It's expected to take 6 months, so by the start of next season, I will hopefully be a manager with a Continental B licence, and we can see more of these wonderful little attributes starting to go up. Okay, let's get into this FA Cup game. I'm really excited to get into this. If we play the way we can play, then there's no doubt we can win it. But, like I say, we are without Shamar Lawson. Harrison Thompson is still out injured as well. But other than that, we're fully fit. So we've got Izquierdo in goal, Vaz and Luciano left and right back, Berry and Francis Clark in the middle, Gyamfi, Cortez and Collins in the middle, with Beaumont, Burak Sabah out wide and Abraham up top. And I'll try to remember that we can actually make 5 substitutions in this actual match as well, which I keep forgetting because I'm just not used to it. When you play as low down as us, substitutions barely even exist, to be quite honest. Look at that for form though. 5 out of 5 on their form. Let's see what Walsall's form is like. And they are in terrible form. Oh, we could be in the 4th round of the FA Cup, folks, if we can win this game, or will be if we win this game. The one issue I've had with us recently is we've not been getting shots on target in the first half. We've so many times we get to half time, we've had 5 shots on target, not a single one of them on target. And in my team talk, I keep saying to them, our shooting's just not been good enough. I mean, you think they'd take the hint after a while, but we're 25 minutes in, no one's had a shot on target yet. We have a throw in. Vaz to Gyamfi, back to Vaz. With Berry. Collins! Oh, I saw the net ripple then, and for a very brief second I thought that had gone in. I really do want Sam Collins to come good for us. Like I said before, he's meant to be a John Benton replacement, but he's just never really hit those heights. And it's such a shame. So Walsall have had 2 shots on target. We're yet to get a shot on target. They've had a lot more possession than us as well. So that's the end of the first half. A bit uneventful, really. And I'm going to say again, their shooting has not been good enough. It's what I seem to be saying in every single team talk. They just made 3 substitutions. I mean, wow. Okay. I mean, they did say when they put the latest patch out that they fixed the AI manager's decision making around substitutions and player fitness and things like that. Maybe that's a sign that they have done that. I've not really paid much attention recently, I'll be honest, but here come Walsall now. Maybe they've got a new lease of life with their 3 new players they've got on the field. I mean, still in their own half of them and they can't get out, but that's a good ball. This is dangerous. Now, to me, that looked like a fair challenge. And we had this in another game as well, where we gave away a penalty and it seemed like a perfectly good challenge. I didn't see what was wrong with that myself. They're going to go 1-0 up here. There you go. Oh dear, we've got to get back in this, folks. We've got to get back. We can beat Walsall. This is so poor. There's 2,700 people here today. Right, what can we do? Who's not particularly playing well? Vaz, because of the penalty. Gyamfi is not playing well either. So the problem is we don't really have much by way of... Do you know what? I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to move Gyamfi up there. Charlie Hughes, you barely play for us. I think he's had a couple of appearances. He started in the game against Western-super-Mare. Didn't really do anything, but he started. Let's put him on support for that. We'll probably need to drop Cortez down as a defensive number there. And let's see if that can actually... So we're going 4-2-4. Or attacking 4-4-2, however you want to call it. We need to get shots on target. It's as simple as that. We're just not getting any shots on goal. Right. What are our wide? Bowman's been such a disappointment. I would normally bring Cower on, but I think we've got to go Abdul Malik. He's only just come back from an injury. Come on, boys. Don't just limp out like this. This is pathetic. I'll give it to the 80th minute and then we'll make 3 substitutions to see if we can just... We're just not getting anything away. We're really not. So Cower can come on for him. Who else can we bring in? Well, it's not really a great deal available to us on the bench. Bring Blackman on. Blimey, that's not great. And I think we'll take Edwino Vaz off, bring Harry Emmett on. He likes to attack, so let's see if he's got an attack in him. So it's us with the goal kick. Barely reaches the halfway line, but nodded on. So now with Luciano to Cower. Gone back to Francis Clark. Ball over the top. Is it onside? It is. It's onside. Oh, I didn't get excited because I actually thought it was offside. But Timmy Abraham has just got us back in the game with their first shot on target. We're doing to Walsall what other teams tend to do to us. And now we can break. Come on, boys. Abdul Malik. Cortez. Out to Blackman, to Abdul Malik. Come on. Hughes. Oh, I thought Charlie Hughes was going to be a hero. And now they've got the highlight with their goal kick. Hughes to Abdul Malik. Why have we not played like this for the whole game? Cortez, Abdul Malik again. Puts the ball in for... Oh, Abraham. It's been saved. It's a corner. We don't score many goals from corners, but if we're going to score one, let's do it. That's going to be a short corner. Abdul Malik will take the short corner. I mean, come on, get on with it. Time's ticking by. What does he keep pointing at the ground for? Cower to Abdul Malik. Puts the ball in. Oh, it's pinging around. Emmett! Oh! I mean, maybe a replay wouldn't be the worst of things. And okay, so we've drawn at home. We've got a £72,000 TV money. If we can't win at home, I don't see how we're going to win away from home. That's a regular email. We'll praise Abdul Malik. Now, what I do need to know is see when the replay is going to be. So it's after the game against Morecambe. So what I'll do is I'll play the game against Morecambe off camera. I'll come back and we'll play the replay against Walsall at Walsall. So we're having to change things up on the fly, folks. Have a look at the finances. Look at that. With 73,000 in credit. That's amazing. So prize money, FA Cup. There's nothing, it's not registered anything yet. We've not continued on at all. So let's just click continue quickly, just see if it can tell us about any. Why is it not giving us any prize money? I mean, TV revenue we've had. We've had £72,000 TV revenue. Some gate receipts, not much. I suppose we haven't got prize money because we haven't won anything, have we? Okay, I'll drill you back here for the replay against Walsall. Before we play Walsall though, folks, we've got the draw for the 4th round of the FA Cup. So let's go into it and let's have a look at who we are going to get drawn against in the 4th round of the FA Cup, should we manage to get past Walsall. I mean, West Ham, Leicester wouldn't have been a bad game. come on. No, I don't really want commentary. Stevenage or Man United. Well, that's Man United out of the hat. Sheffield United or Wolves. It's something, I suppose. Norwich. Oh, come on. If Man City win that... Oh, no. Oh, Aldershot could get it if they can beat Nottingham Forest. Portsmouth, Newcastle. That would be a good money spinning tie for us. No, that's Watford. I just don't think I'm ever going to get a game against a big team away from home. Preston or Crewe, don't really want that. We haven't got it, thankfully. Derby and Hull, don't really want that either, to be honest. Haven't got it. Sheffield Wednesday, I mean, they have a reasonable sized stadium. Whether they fill it or not is another matter. Against Everton or Sunderland. Millwall or Aston Villa. I mean, Aston Villa would be a good tie. Away from home against Aston Villa in the FA Cup 4th round. It's got to be Middlesbrough. Oh, we're at home again. Aveley or Walsall. Who are we going to get? Oh, my word. If we get past Walsall, we are potentially going to be playing Tottenham Hotspur. But it's at our ground and not theirs. Do you know, in the spirit of the FA Cup, there really should be the option for the small teams to be able to agree with the team they're playing against to play at the bigger team's stadium. Let's advance to the end. Oh, I mean, it's quite exciting the fact that we could be playing Tottenham Hotspur in the 4th round of the FA Cup. But it's such a letdown the fact that it's going to be at our ground. Could be another television game though. Let's get past Walsall first. Okay, here we go. We're getting into the game against Walsall. This is the team we're going to go into it with. Izquierdo in goal, Vaz left back, Luciano right back, Berry and Francis Clark in the middle, Gyamfi, Cortez and Collins in the midfield, Abdul Malik on the left, Burak Sabah on the right and Timmy Abraham up top. Let's get into it. We are away from home. Be interested to see what the attendance is. They can hold up to 10,000. I doubt they're going to get that for a game against us. But if we win this, we've got a game against Tottenham Hotspur. Now, I've got to say, fog doesn't work like that. You'd get fog here as well, but never mind. Okay, here we go, folks. 2,500. I mean, seriously, that is nothing. Michael Oliver's the referee. So, very quiet start. We've had the only shot at goal. Wasn't on target, but it was at goal. XG of 0.01, so it's obviously a really good effort. 20 minutes gone. They've just had the first shot at target, and they now have a free kick. And they scored. It's 1-0. Oh, well. I did think it was asking a bit much to go away from home against Walsall, but they're just not playing very well at all. And I know we can beat them. This is the really painful thing is I know we can beat Walsall. If we're playing at our absolute best, and I can't help but thinking what would happen if we had Shamar Lawson available, because he is just so good for us in this midfield. Timmy Abraham didn't really seem to do anything with that, and he's just dancing past us. And that's 2-0. Oh, it should have been 2-0, put it that way. We've still not had a shot on target over half an hour into the game. They have another free kick. He's going to have a pop from range, and it's 2-0 to Walsall. Our FA Cup dream is over. I'll call it now, 32 minutes into the game. We are dead and buried. We can't even get a shot on target, so we're not going to be able to get back into this game. Oh, it's so disappointing that we're just letting ourselves down like this with such poor, timid display. To be fair, we've been like this pretty much in all the games we've been winning. We've not been... Oh, God. We've not been... it's because I weren't concentrating. We've not been playing particularly well. And it is this whole shots on target thing that is just doing my head in, because for love nor money, we just cannot get a shot on target. And it's so frustrating. Right. Abdul Malik's been diabolical. He can come off. Bring Harry Emmett on. No, we won't. We'll bring on David Cower for Burak Sabah. Francis Clark and Berry are not playing particularly well. Do you know what? I'm just going to substitute them. What's the worst that can happen? We're already 2-0 down. We'll leave ourselves one substitute to make just in case we need to. They have a corner. And they score. We're getting soundly beaten, ladies and gentlemen, and it doesn't fill me with much joy. I'm not worried about not playing Tottenham. It just means we haven't, we'd only been at air ground anyway. The TV money, if we got it, would have been nice, don't get me wrong, but it's just the way we've played in both games. We've been so poor in both of these games, and to not even get a shot on target just frustrates the living daylights out of me. But we've had two shots on target. But our season is not going to be defined by an FA Cup, folks. We won't get any. So now I'm going to have to apologise because we're all going to have the ump. And I'm not going to upset everybody this time. I'm just going to roll over and have my tummy tickled. Let's get on to it. Where is it? Yeah, everyone's got fitness concerns. I don't know what I can do to stop people getting fitness concerns. I'm resting them regularly between games. We'll do another day's rest here. I forgot this time because I was getting mad. But, I mean, just look at it. I'll give them all a day's rest. Probably have to... I mean, I might just rest everyone for the game against Solihull Moors anyway because it's just... It's the FA Trophy, it's not important. I'm actually surprised they've not all come to me and said they've got the ump. What's the dynamics like? Team cohesion is very good, club atmosphere is excellent, and managerial support is excellent. Okay, so the next time we'll come back, and we ain't got an FA Cup to worry about, so I'll play a few more games off camera, probably come back for something like, might even come back for Torquay and Yeovil, 7th and 1st, Yeovil 7th, Torquay 1st. They're up that end of the table. If we have just lost a barrel load of games since then and we're potentially going to be heading towards the relegation zone, then I might come back for Hartlepool and York. But these two will probably be the better games to come back for. And we're not that far away from the end of the season, folks. So thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, all that sort of wonderful, good, amazing stuff. And I'm sorry it's been so disappointing in terms of the result, but hopefully back to winning ways tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.